Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Victoria Leone. I am due November 15th with our first little baby boy, Connor. I always point to this so you have that info right there. I want to talk to you guys about my week 32 update. We technically have less than 2 months right now, which is I feel like I talk about how fast time is going by every single time. Those of you who have watched like all my updates are probably like, yeah, Victoria, you definitely have. Like, stop it. But I can't help it. I'm just so baffled by how quickly all of this has been passing us by, and it makes me so excited and nervous and also sad at the same time. I'm really trying super hard to cherish. I'm really trying super hard to cherish all these moments, even though I would way rather be holding him right now than seeing him move in my tummy. But I'm still trying to cherish the moments of seeing him move because I know that that's obviously something that only lasts for a short while before he's out here with us in the world. I do want to show you guys a little clip. I posted this on Instagram. If you want to follow me on my social medias, that would be awesome. And also don't forget to subscribe too. That'd be really cool. I post a lot of updates there, especially on my stories. I recently posted one of showing you guys just how he moves, and that is actually a subtle version of him moving. He is a wiggle worm. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I didn't realize that that's not like most people see their baby move. Like, it's normal to see your baby move, of course, but I didn't realize that depending on like where your placenta is and maybe how the baby's carrying, I'm not sure, but each pregnancy can be different. So if you have like an anterior placenta where it's more in the front of your belly, then you won't see as much movement. So I think that's just super interesting. Like my sister Vanessa, she's due at the same time as me. She didn't start feeling kicks and seeing movement until about probably like 3 or 4 weeks after me. I started seeing him kick about 16, 17 weeks, and she didn't feel that till like 20 or 21 weeks. So I'm just like so baffled by that, how every single pregnancy is different. That's why I love videos like this. I personally have watched so many videos on pregnancy journeys because it's so interesting to see how different everyone is or how similar you are to them. Just different versions of what you might experience or what you might be able to expect. I just think they're so fascinating. Anyways, I do not have an anterior placenta, so I definitely feel all the movements. My tummy has felt tight from the beginning and it hasn't stopped. He's just always right there, front and center. I can feel where he is all of the time. And I honestly love that part. I love being able to feel where he is. I just love the rolls. I love seeing my belly move. Like in the little clip I showed you guys, I just think that's the coolest thing. We're definitely very excited for our ultrasound, which is in a week from today. I'm gonna post this video tomorrow on Friday. So this is Thursday, September 24th. So I'm gonna post this on the 25th, but our ultrasound is a week from today on October 1st. So next week I'm gonna wait so I can give you guys the update on the ultrasound and just how he's doing. That's a super important ultrasound because that's where we're gonna see whether or not he outgrew like the little murmur. I don't exactly know what to call it, but that flaw I was telling you guys that they saw in his heart at the 20-week appointment. That's a super important one. I'm really excited to get a peace of mind, but I'm also just so excited to see how he's laying. I want to know, like, is he head down already or is he just like all over the place? I'm so curious to know like where his feet might be, just so I can maybe visualize. My husband and I try and guess, like we'll feel like I think that that's an arm or I think that that's a leg, but it's so hard to know. I'll show you guys ultrasound pictures and such too, so you guys can see what we find out, and I just think that's gonna be so much fun. Ultrasounds are just the best. Those are my favorite kind of appointments. I was supposed to give you guys an update on the appointment that was supposed to have been on Monday, but I ended up having to cancel that actually because so frustrated about this still. It is what it is, honestly. Our insurance I thought was all fine and dandy. I had been updating you guys on that, but unfortunately I had been calling the wrong office. I was calling our insurance when I should have called like the HR office, I guess, because they would have been able to tell me that the insurance actually ended on August 31st. Not what the insurance company told me, which is that it ended on September 30th. So we were thinking everything was fine and dandy. Oh my goodness, so awesome. We still have insurance until our new insurance. Hopefully, we still haven't gotten confirmation on that, but hopefully our new one will kick in October 1st. So I am currently uninsured, which definitely makes me really worried. But coincidentally, before we found this out, we watched this sermon on Sunday, and it was about how when you worry, that's not having faith in God, that's not trusting in God. And so we knew that already, but it's an easy thing to forget that worrying is something that we shouldn't do. We should give our worries to the Lord. So especially when we found out about the insurance, I'm like, okay, we can't worry, like we just need to keep praying about it. At this point, there's only like a week left. I mean, October 1st is literally a week from today. Tomorrow when I post this, it'll be less than a week. So I'm just trying to be extra careful, trust that nothing will happen. We are driving down to my parents this weekend, so I'm a little worried about the drive, but trying not to be worried. Hopefully this week will just go by with a breeze and our new insurance will kick in October 1st. Everything will be fine and dandy. So annoying, you guys, because I had been calling to confirm that we still had the insurance, but then you know, since they backdated it, that's like null and void pretty much. So we have to pay for that, my last appointment, out of pocket. And at my appointments, all they do is weigh me, ask me if I have any questions. They're measuring my belly now, and we listen to his heartbeat. And the last appointment, she said so many times his heart sounded really good. She said, I'm looking really good, gaining weight like normal, which we will touch base on weight again today. I just kind of felt like it wasn't worth it to go and pay for the appointment when I'm doing good, he's doing good. They'll be able to tell us more at next week's appointment than they would have been able to tell us at this last one anyways. So I feel pretty confident that canceling the appointment was fine, but moving forward, I don't plan to cancel any just because it is getting closer. We're gonna start switching to weekly appointments coming up here in a couple weeks, which is crazy. I feel like the 2-week appointments come up so fast, and so then once we do once a week ones, it's gonna be like, oh my goodness, so quick. The nights are for sure getting more and more difficult. Last night I got like lightning crotch, a cramp in my foot, and he was pushing on the nerves, and so it kind of gave me a cramp kind of where my bladder is a bit, all at the same time. It definitely woke me in the night, and I just had to massage out my foot. I moved on my side, which helps relieve like the cramping in the pelvis that sometimes happens, and so that was just a really interesting experience having all of those happen at the same time. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever gotten a Charlie horse in both your feet or legs at the same time? There was one time I had a friend over and I ended up getting a Charlie horse in my right calf and in my left foot at the same time, and I woke in the night and I was just so distraught. My friend that was with me is still one of my best friends to this day, so we just laugh about it now, but I just was dying. Oh my goodness, I felt like I couldn't move. Those things really render you powerless. Charlie horses are no joke. Any kind of cramps are no joke. In other news, we have our maternity photo shoot this weekend. I haven't shared my outfits with you guys because I decided I wanted it to be a surprise. I've switched outfits so many times. I was like huffing and puffing out of breath yesterday because I was trying on and wanting to confirm like my different options, and it's hard enough to change outfits multiple times when you're not pregnant, but when you are, you're just like a whole workout in itself. I'm super excited to share those with you guys. I honestly wasn't very excited for them up until a few days ago because I just felt so blah. Last time I weighed myself, I had gained about 30 pounds, so most of it is baby and will go away soon after. But still, I'm like, I know that my face looks puffy, I know that my arms look a little puffy, I know for sure because I've been also measuring inches, that my legs have gotten a little bigger too. So I just wasn't really looking forward to being photographed, you know? They will be really special. Plus, especially with this being the first pregnancy, I think having these memories and photos will be something that we'll cherish for a really long time. So I've been pushing my feelings aside, but know that a lot of it is in my head. You notice the worst things about yourself, you know what I mean? Anywho, I think they'll be fun, so hopefully I can share those with you guys in a couple weeks when we get them back. My sister has done all of our photographs and she's done such an amazing job every single time. She is just so good at making you laugh. She even brings like a fart machine. She has so many tricks up her sleeve. It just makes you laugh in the most genuine way, and that's the best kind of photos, when you look natural and it's not super fake smiles and stuff. All right, so let's talk about weight gain. I'm actually going to insert a clip for that because I forgot to weigh myself this morning. I wanted to include that in this video, but like I said, I forgot. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning because I've been consistently weighing myself late morning every time, so I wanted to stay pretty consistent. So the audio is not gonna be too hot because we are driving up to my parents this weekend, so we're in the car. I did weigh myself this morning and I actually lost weight since our last weight check-in on August 31st that I weighed in at 162.8. So that's almost a month ago. We're like a week shy from that, and I weighed in today at 160.2. So I'm kind of concerned that I've lost a little bit. I'm definitely gonna ask my doctor about that when we go to our ultrasound appointment. That's basically pretty much the update. I don't really feel any different. Just surprised that the weight hasn't changed at all. One other thing I wanted to share with you. This is so embarrassing. Like, I've been able to talk about pretty much everything from hemorrhoids to lightning crotch, weight gain, like all those things. But this, to me, I don't know why this is honestly like something that has bothered me so much. I even went so far as to doing like this super gross like mask, and that's for my armpits. Again, I'll insert a clip tomorrow morning because I intended to film this yesterday, so I shaved for you guys yesterday so you could see. So I have hyperpigmentation in my armpits, which basically makes them look like they have a 5 o'clock shadow all the time. Oh my gosh, I think it is so embarrassing. I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see this, but here are what my armpits look like. I never thought I would say that on a video. My husband's like laughing at me. But isn't that weird how it looks so dark? There's a little bit of white from like my deodorant, but that like 5 o'clock shadow, that does not go away, and so frustrating. Pretty sure that it's something that'll go away after pregnancy, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. If it doesn't, then we might need to experiment with some more masks. That one mask that I used definitely didn't work, but yeah, just a super weird thing. I'm really thankful that we're moving into fall so I can wear more long sleeve stuff and like sweaters and such. I'm really trying hard to not be self-conscious about it when I wear tank tops because it's still fairly warm. And I'm gonna wear a tank top dress at my baby shower because that's what I was planning on wearing, and I really like the dress. So I'm just gonna do it anyways, even though I'm really self-conscious. I YouTubed it. I saw that it is fairly common, which is why I tried like the mask. It was like whipped cream, baking soda, I want to say lemon juice, and then what's the orange substance? I can't remember. It didn't actually smell bad, like the whipped cream and everything. All the ingredients, like you could technically eat it. I wouldn't. I was putting it just on this side because if it worked, I wanted to film a video and show you guys how I kind of got rid of it, but it didn't work. And I did that for about a week and a half. I've seen that hyperpigmentation goes away after pregnancy. Some people will get darker on their mustache. Some people will get darker, you know, in the bikini area. Some people on their knees. Like, everybody is different. For me, unfortunately, it's my armpits. So if you see me in person or in a video and my armpits look really dark, like I haven't shaved in a few days, that's not the case because I shave almost every single day. It's just one of those things, you know? Pregnancy, I've noticed, is really full of surprises. Have you guys noticed that in your pregnancies? And I honestly feel like even with future pregnancies, I will still continually be surprised. If you guys have something like random and surprising, or honestly just something you were shocked by in your pregnancies, tell me what that was, because I'd love to know some of these things, like the hyperpigmentation, just something that shocked you in your pregnancy or that was super different from one pregnancy to the next. I think that's it for today. We don't have any gifts to show you guys this week, so let's just move into the bump updates. He sure is getting big, isn't he? Oh my goodness. I definitely feel it every week, bigger and bigger. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to my husband and I that you guys want to follow us on this journey. It is seriously such a special thing, so I'm really thankful to be able to share it with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. Follow me on my social medias if you would like to. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I wanted to talk to you about. Every Tuesday morning, I go to like a women's Bible study. The group of women there are just so incredible and welcoming, and just, I love going every single week. It's about like a 2.5 hour-ish deal. So we have homework every single week that we're supposed to get done. The first hour is like a study over the homework, and we just chat, and then we have prayer requests at the end, and so that way we can be praying for each other throughout the week. And we have snacks, and then we have a sermon over the homework that we just talked about in the group. And this week in the sermon, we actually watched a video this week. We often have people go up and speak, but sometimes we have videos. There was just one section that I thought was so incredible, and I wanted to make sure to share it with you guys. If you're a Christian, a believer, and you're worried about delivery, I think this will really speak to you and help you as well. But it was talking about how like the Lord knew that he would die for us. He knew that he would sacrifice himself and go through all of that pain and die on the cross for our sins. He knew that. If the Lord can go through all of that torture, honestly, I can't even fathom what he might have gone through, then man, I can absolutely go through labor and the pain of labor. Even though I haven't experienced it yet, I know that there's a lot more than that goes into it, and an epidural doesn't just solve all the pain problems, you know? Like, there's so much discomfort you go through all throughout pregnancy. There's contractions that you feel before you get the epidural, and then afterwards with recovery with postpartum as well. I just thought, man, there's so much pain I need to prepare for, and I was getting nervous and praying about it, and then hearing that sermon, I just thought, man, Christ did that for us because he loved us so much. So I can do this for Connor because I already love him so much. I just wanted to share that little realization with you guys because I thought that it was really powerful. So that was my little inspirational tidbit that I wanted to share with you guys. So thank you for listening and spending time with me today. I'm really looking forward to next week's update and sharing with you guys about the maternity shoot, ultrasound, all of those things. I hope you are doing so good. If you're a pregnant mama watching, I hope that your pregnancy is going really good, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Mwah.